I didn't set a goal, I don't think.
No, back up. Oh, this is making a fighting order. A person is not a sandwich, Joe. Joe, what are you doing? Joe, let go.
Hi RJ, how are you? Panda Halo. Register to join an opportunity to receive rewards. Hello from Texas. What's going on in Texas? So I took a walk and that did not help. And I tried to take a nap and could not fall asleep. And I turned on Modern Family, which usually Modern Family or Big Bang Theory are good to distract me when I'm feeling super anxious. That didn't work. I don't know, you guys. It's one of those days, I guess. I'm just feeling super duper anxious. I did a video interview today. That was new. I've only done like 2 or 3 of those before where like you record your responses and then submit them. So that was fine. I ordered a new outfit for the baby. I try to always bring, so when I was pregnant, I got a bunch of clothes for him. I got a 70-piece or 60-piece layette, mittens, socks, or no, a 30-piece, I think, layette, mittens, socks, 4 different pants, 5 different tops, and 2 mamelucos. And so I got that, and I like probably 10 other miscellaneous outfits, and every Friday I like put him in a new outfit and trim his little fingernails and stuff, and just like give him some self-care from me, and of course feed him. And so I ordered him something for this week, so that is great. I spoke with the big kids. My younger daughter is she was like just attached to my hip the most of her life, and so given that my big kids are currently living with their dad, it has created this dynamic between us that is so sensitive, and it's like tiptoeing around being the absolute best mother that you can be when you're not right there. I was watching something, if any of you follow Turning Point, I follow the account on Insta, I think, and YouTube. I don't know if they have one on TikTok, but it's about like transphobic like people and the difference between being accepting of gay and queer and etc. and so forth, and being like an advocate for it, and being like someone who is delusional over it. They also talk about like going to college campuses and advocating for children, because let's be honest, when you're in college you're still a child, but advocating for children who prefer monogamy and traditional gender roles and things of that nature, because this is something I found as well, especially now I'm older, I'm 37. Yes, I've had some filler, but I found myself as an adult 33 years old for the first time in my life not having a stable living situation. I have always had my own place with my children. It's been me and my kids, regardless of what was going on in my relationships and in my dating. It was just me and my kids, and then I have a history of 3 5-year relationships, long-term relationships, marriages. So what I have come to find is that in a lot of the communities, a lot of this like gay, queer, trans, there is such a community of acceptance. Now, many of us are in urban areas anyway, so I'm from Chicago. Many of us are not used to that. Many of us are used to like, receiving support from our families, but not like from a group of strangers. Let me tell you this. If you are homeless in this city, it is incredibly difficult to get like acceptance and understanding of any kind from personal experience. Now, I literally toyed with the idea of like maybe being some kind of queer. I know this sounds so crazy, but I literally like explored it, because you go to these parts of the town and they have literal like support groups for all of these things, but only if you're lesbian, queer, straight, no, not straight, oh my God, L, lesbian, G, gay, B, bi, T, trans, Q, queer. Yeah, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. And it's like, I never agree with bullying. So if you're like one of those categories and you feel attacked or bullied by Turning Point USA, then this is I would never condone those sorts of feelings. If you feel that way, I apologize, but I do agree with their cause in going around and giving support to monogamy and traditional gender roles. And I think that there needs to be more of that, not exclusion, but inclusion. And to be a young person in this city and not have anyone, and walk into a gay community and feel like, oh my God, I can be so accepted if I turn gay. There's a lot of people who are literally like supported into these types of roles. And not only that, but I have said this a million times about this community. I believe that an overwhelming amount of people who identify as one of these queer types of sexualities, most of them have been sexually abused, and if not sexually abused, severely mentally or physically abused. I don't believe that those sexualities come from love. I believe that they come from a lot of abuse and then acceptance. And when you have been abused a lot, you need love. Love is always the answer. I talk about this all the time. Love is the answer to everything, not sex, love. And when you start receiving true love, it really doesn't matter what the person has going on between their legs. You start to feel this like profound acceptance, for who you are. And that in itself is a huge pressure, because now if it's a woman who shows you love and you're a woman, you feel like you have to pick some sort of identity. Why can't we just, value love and traditional gender roles be like, a standard as is same-sex gender roles? Holy shit. Oh my God, I just saw the most terrifying bug. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh, that was terrifying. Yeah, love is love. Exactly. Thank you, Queen. That's exactly right. But like, no one should feel pressured to be straight or gay. You know what I mean? And the fact that we've gotten to this place in society where Turning Point USA is having to go to college campuses to make the normal genders or sexualities feel accepted is like crazy to me. Like, what the hell? And it's frustrating, because it's like, I get it. I understand how it feels to be like shunned and feel alone and like no one understands you, and then come across someone who is like your person, or so you think, and all of a sudden everything that's wrong with you is right, and in the eyes of this person, like, you are phenomenal and amazing, and that love starts to heal every map that you've previously had written for yourself, and you start like literally falling in love, but it's not with a gender, it's with love. You're falling in love with love. Like, you guys get it? Hi, Ange, how are you doing? User 59er, yeah, Turning Point, I like them actually. Hi, yeah, exactly, Brittany, agreed. And it's me you fell in love with. No, that's an inanimate object that you use for cleaning your keyboard. I didn't fall in love with it. She believes all her own lives. You look healthy, keep going. Thank you so much, Katie, I appreciate it. Thank you, RJ, that's so nice. But yeah, we're here in June, and today is June 19th. Are you guys familiar with this federal holiday? I'm like low-key a little resentful of the day because I had to miss a visit with my newborn. Well, he's an infant now, 4 months old. And I am in such an anxious space, you guys, like crazy anxious today. And like I said, I tried taking a walk, I tried putting on TV, I tried taking a nap. Nothing is really doing it. So here I am. Sometimes I found like speaking positively out loud about different subjects helps me to get out of the anxiety that I feel trapped in at the moment. So that's what I'm trying to do. But Juneteenth is like this holiday to remember the day that slavery like went away. But did it really though? You know, and I try to like look at all of these underserved minority groups and think to myself, well, what did they do? What did the gay people do in Boys Town that the rest of these underserved groups are missing? Because there was a time, I swear to God, when you would walk into Boys Town, no one was homeless in Boys Town. No one. Like you went to this little community center and you found someone to like help you go home, like to take you home and to help you with housing. And there was such a large amount of support there that a lot of people like started like literally seriously considering the idea of turning or trying out being some sort of queer because they needed support. Why don't we have that same level of support for the straight community? And I think that's what, or not straight, but traditional. And I think that's what Turning Point USA is trying to say. I read the Bible and study the Bible, and I go to church whenever I can. And there's a lot in there about the way we should live. But it's not, in my opinion, translated to the 2024 like country, world, universe that we exist in. Straight people do sometimes discriminate against, but then they don't as well. Like I'm straight and I've never discriminated against someone for their sexuality or other reason. But I have been discriminated against myself. I've been discriminated against for, maybe not discriminated against, but not chosen, not included because I was not bad enough or, urban enough or, brown enough or gay enough or whatever. Like, I don't want to be like a whole, hi, what's up? I don't want to be like a whole poor me. I'm some white lady who speaks Spanish and I'm not getting the attention that I need. It's not about that at all. I am truly waking up to the facts that there's a whole side of life that when I live it, to me, it feels like torture. But to a lot of people, it is their regular life, like literally. And it's just all of this stuff, you guys. Like they said something about like the woke culture is like, or the woke population is like 80% more anxious than the culture of like people who are not awake, so to speak. And I just feel that 100%. I don't know what this is, Sander. I'm not a fighter. I do not fight. So you're not my adversary. Do you guys know who this is? Do you guys know who this is? So anyways, just some things that have like been making my mind go crazy. Everything else that's going on, we keep on getting pushed back and back and back and back, like over and over and over, which is great, but also anxiety thing, because we were literally told that we would not be moving around anymore until we were given our permanent forever like home. And the thought of having to like have all of my belongings back in 2 bags again. I'm breastfeeding Weston. I have to pump every 4 to 6 hours. The pump requires electricity and then refrigeration for the milk. Just like the thought that like I wouldn't be able to feed my son possibly. That just, where am I living? Like, where am I living that is even a possibility anymore, you know? So, like I said, it's just a really super anxious day, and I'm super grateful I have a distraction. But at the same, thank you so much, Taco. I love tacos. Today's Wednesday, though. Thank you so much, Taco. Crystal, can you get out? Who else? Moderator. Oh, there's a moderator in here?